Instead of having just a recording, we can have Animal from the Muppets doing the drums and everything with our nerd band.
Yep.
In the upper left, we have our very crafty Zerg who managed to outmaneuver his opponent despite many obstacles being put in his way.
Zenio.
He jumped quite a few hurdles.
She just has like this minxy look right after she says Zenio. She's like,
yeah, she does.
She goes this like minxy look.
Yeah.
Look at the eyes on that drone. That is like the eyes of a pet rock.
Yeah.
Those are the googliest eyes I've ever seen.
Definitely. He's in a triangle too. It's
yeah.
a Triforce drone.
Could be a slice of pizza.
It's a drone of power.
Drone pizza. In the bottom left, we have our Terran who needs to come back.
I bet you drone meat would actually not taste any good.
Yeah, actually, for some reason, I think you're right. The queen meat might, though.
Yeah, queen looks like it might taste good. Not a drone, though.
Very tender.
You know which one looks like it tastes the worst?
What?
It's the probe. Imagine how crunchy that is, man. You break a tooth on that thing.
Yeah, probe meat, not so good. Now, you know what might be good? It might be like a delicacy would be an infester.
You know, I think that would be like organ meat, basically, like eating liver or heart or something. I feel like you have to have the taste for infester.
It's an acquired taste, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
something like that.
Broodlords, I don't think would be edible.
No, that's...
I don't think you can actually eat a broodlord.
Well, when I think of them, I think of manta rays. I'm not sure if people eat that. I'm sure someone does somewhere.
Somewhere, someone probably eats manta rays.
Yeah.
We could also eat you could eat a mutalisk, because that's like totally doable.
Yeah, I mean, they look like flying shrimp.
Yeah, I mean, they even look like food. I'd actually make them fly into my mouth. I could even see like muta-flavored potato chips.
Yeah, well, they have shrimp-flavored potato chips over in Asia. So
Yeah.
over in that Asia area.
In Asia.
Yeah.
I hate it when people are, I'm like, yeah, I live in Korea. They're like, I've never been to Asia. And I'm like, well, Asia's like 60% of the world's population. It's kind of a nebulous term.
Yeah, it's like...
It's actually like so... Actually,
You realize Baghdad and Seoul are both Asian cities.
Yes.
Well,
people oftentimes don't realize, you know, for instance, Indonesia is part of Asia.
Yeah.
Indonesia and Korea have like completely different cultures and histories.
That's true.
But people are always like, Asia, where everybody eats with chopsticks. And I'm like, oh, well, it's kind of ignorant. I don't know if you could say that.
Well, Top has gone for a command center first opener. He's going for a quick factory thereafter. In the meantime, Zenio.
Who's hiding behind a tree?
Oh my, those are two very different trees.
Yeah, look at that. One's like a palm tree. The other one's oak tree. I don't know.
That's like the Romeo and Juliet of trees, tasteless.
You know,
They
if
aren't
you look at
supposed
those
to be
trees,
together.
we should get a shot of those trees.
They probably
again.
can't even
But you could make a
cross-pollinate.
hammock. You could actually make a hammock between those two trees.
Yeah, you could make a hammock. It'd be up kind of high, though.
That's okay. This is
Actually-
a dangerous game. You can make a dangerous hammock.
Yeah. Well, looks like we're going to have reactored Hellions. Pretty standard from Top. I do like the choice of command center first, really get that economy rolling. And the SCV gets through.
These drones going to try to grab him? No.
I'm going to wait for those lings. Nothing special's going on in the main anyways. You know, he has speed on the way. All pretty standard.
And actually, Zenio really not that concerned about killing off this drone. Just going to wait until those links came out.
Yep.
Kill it up that way. We oftentimes see Queens trying to intercept the drone like it's a football game. Or well, American football game.
SCV football.
SCV football. There you go.
Well, lings coming out onto the map. They're going to be unhappy to find that Hellions awaiting them. Luckily, it's not the blue flame variety. Just regular red flame.
And almost got a little surround. Now he's going to have to back off, but it will be pretty tough for these Zerglies to not be killed by the Hellions.
Yeah, man, they are all down to just one hit left. And the Spine Crawler should be up just before those get there, but they're actually not going there, so never mind.
Oh!
Oh,
And every Zergling dies.
Wow.
Zergling barbecue, look at that. Now, see, that would probably be edible. That could be some good Zergling meat.
Yeah. Well,
I could even see a marinated creep tumor.
a marinated creep tumor.
Yeah.
Think they taste like mushrooms?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like kind of mushroomy.
Could get a truffle pig to find them and dig them up.
You could fill them with
could be your
chocolate.
detection.
Yeah.
Truffle pigs have detection.
Top is playing very cautiously this game, if you guys have noted. He's even making a giant wall in at the entrance to his base.
You know what's the coolest thing ever is he has 2 queens out here spreading creep tumors, which is so godly. I love
Zenio
it.
does, yeah.
Yeah. No, Top has it.
Top, like, got queens. He's like making creep at his base, so he can't build anything.
Well, looks like we are going to see a nice little timing push here by Top.
This might be to take out the creep tumors.
Yeah, that's definitely something you should do. He sees these 2 queens out there. And Zenio definitely wants to save these queens. If he loses both, it's going to be very hard to, get that creep back up. And he's actually just going for it. A couple banelings are on the way. And wow, he sees those banelings morphing and decides not to push forward. What it is,
he may scan here. Just take out the creep tumors, like I said. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
And look at that, the Overlord sees that a 3rd command center is on the way and only 3 racks with a factory. Now, what this tells him is there is not a true dedicated kill you timing push coming off 2 base.
Yeah.
So he can actually make extra drones and expand extra times. Nice scan going
Now,
on.
the Terran might want to occupy this location for a little bit longer after he takes that out. We see some Terrans leave too quickly. It looks like he might be doing that. The problem with if you leave too quickly is the Queens just walk right out here like we're about to see and plant more creep tumors.
Yeah. And that's exactly what they want to do. And the Hellions are coming back.
He's got to be careful, though. You can't micro those Queens off a creep. And look at that. Top so good, making sure that the creep tumors can't be planted.
He snapped 2 of those
Look how
and now killed
epic
the Queen.
the burning Queen is. When it catches on fire.
Queen on fire. Great movie with Denzel Washington.
Is it?
Well, it's a spin-off, him dressed in drag.
Now we have a lot more Marines moving out. Creep tumor, not creep tumor, a spine crawler rather, planted in the middle location outside of his
Spine
base.
crawler, if you were to eat that, probably tastes like asparagus.
I think the spine crawler thing is one thing that you probably couldn't even eat. It'd be like trying to eat a bone.
Maybe it's you just have to really cook it very well, like bamboo.
I don't know if you should be doing this.
And
nice
oh
targeting.
god, this is a lot of damage on these Zerglings, and in fact, he has kind of dropped the ball there, unfortunately, and those Hellions have been worth their weight in gold over there. Top is right now, while continuing to harass, getting ready to take his 3rd. Move down, remove those rocks, so he can land the command center there. And he just never stops. Zenio is trying to get the sickest creep spread ever going, and it's just not working out for him.
I have actually never seen somebody deny creeps so well.
Yeah, and it's not just that. I've never seen anyone trying to spread creep this well like Zenio's doing. He's actually, if this harassment hadn't been ongoing, he might have seal-like creep right now. He might have so much creep that it actually makes us like talk about how he's the god of creep like we were with Seal.
It's really, really smart because look, he's Terran's going to go for a really quick 3rd base. If Zerg doesn't have creep on the map, they can't attack you or counterattack or do much of anything as far as mobility goes.
And Top deciding it's time to push forward a little bit more, moving this creep once again, killing more Queens. And Top is doing just such a great job, man. He's got... I really like what his army is right now in comparison.
Beautiful.
In fact, Zenio just went up to 64 drones against the 61 SCVs of Top, so Top's economy is actually better than Zenio's right now. Zenio just now popping out his first 12 mutas, but he is taking it 4th at the same time, so he is going to be able to start some pretty heavy harassment while trying to drone up that additional base.
Turrets on the way now as mutas are popping out. Well timed out here by Top. Terran, again, continuing to just control the map, and absolutely under no circumstance will he allow this Zerg to get his creep up. I love it.
Some nice missile turrets. I love the missile turret placing that Top has so far. He's zoned out the top of his base very well. Unless you want to attack turrets, you can't get in on that angle, which is going to give Top so much more comfort, so much more power.
So much more mobility.
Yeah. Now Zenio has a lot of units, but he still has 1.2k.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like he should actually have another macro hatch. He He does have one, but he's really not spending it at the moment. If he had all his money spent on Zerglings, he could easily remove this army in the middle.
You should really be careful about actually making those banelings there. That's so close. You could put up one siege tank. Drop over here inside of Zenio's expansion.
Well, it's a nice little drop, but I feel like Top's units are so out of position right now.
Yeah, he's kind of cut off from getting reinforcements in over there. And I don't know why we don't have anybody doing anything, or actually just rather Zenio do anything about this drop going over here. Now the mutants finally get here, but oh so late. The Marines and the medevac will be taken out. No?
And, well, Zenio's getting ready for a flank right now. He's making some more lings to hit the front. He's already moved all his lings and banelings to the behind. And when he does, you know, come in with this iron hammer of Zerg units, he is going to absolutely destroy this army up top. I'm surprised Top is staying here for so long. But
yeah,
if he
I feel like he should pack up and
if he
left
were
a while ago.
Yeah, a while ago. That's the key point there. If he were to unsiege now and try to go, Zenio would roll through that army. So Top is about to lose a pretty huge chunk because Zenio is being very careful. And here we go! The
nice
flank is
flank.
incoming. Yeah, very well done here. And Zenio losing very little during that.
Well,
And he takes the supply lead with that.
note that he managed to sneak a fourth base at the top center pretty easily. So
It's not actually mining enough yet, though, actually.
that's a good point. Now that you show me on the preview screen, it is not exactly up and running. But at least it's there. It's like you had to start making it. So the question now is, will this next push be strong enough to damage Zenio? Because right now I got to say no, I don't think so.
Yeah, well,
Not the queen.
he's macroed up a nice amount. But yeah, Zenio has a lot of mutas right now. He has 25 mutas. Holy crap. 49 Marines for Top. But not all of them are with this push. A lot of banelings being morphed. They do have speed, of course, which we've seen. And
All right,
he's just
here he
going to go
goes.
for it.
I don't think he knows how far back that goes, but then again, I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, just taking out the siege tanks is all he needs to do right now. That makes his banelings just about invincible against these Marines. And
See if he somehow missed that siege tank.
siege tank's scary, man.
Like, I don't know, it shoots.
It's like, oh
with
my
this
God,
trajectory, it could hit me.
that siege tank has 16 kills. I have to get out of here.
Infestation pit now coming. It looks like he might dive in for another attack here. Top 100% now knows this other base has been taken. Top also expanding to the bottom center part of the map.
Zenio right now continues to fly around with his mutas. He has 86 drones with 75 SCVs. A lot of lings on the way, as well as spine crawlers to slow down any drops. Any pushes as well. And a Thor tasteless.
That Thor's pretty huge.
Yeah.
Now he can use these mutas to just cut off reinforcements.
Well, and a lot of Zerglings coming out. Kind of
That was a big loss right there. Ah, nice counterattack here.
and
All
this
he needs
is-
to do is kill
yeah.
off these turrets.
Perfectly timed counter. It's going to easily take this base out. Has SCVs in there trying to get away. Fly faster!
Here come the Marines, but there are a lot of spine crawlers here. And Zerglings.
Yeah, but this might be enough Marines anyways.
Well, the
At least
angle's
gonna
pretty
make a
good.
hiccup
Uh-oh,
here.
but Banelings, turns out, are pretty good.
Yep, Banelings do scare away those Marines, and rightfully so. Top is trying to expand to the bottom right now. And Top's pushed in the middle of the map. He is reinforcing.
He's almost got the same. Actually, he's like, they're basically even on supply. This expansion denied, but these mutas will take care of the rest of these Marines and medics, or medevacs. Top leapfrogging as siege takes forward. He's getting closer and closer. Eventually, Zenio will have to respond and try to push this out. Otherwise, he'll lose the game.
Yeah, both players just about maxed out right this second. A huge siege tank spread. They go back very, very far. Zenio has to hit this just right.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard for Zenio. Here we go. Oh, actually, he can just come in here with the mutas and clean up all these siege tanks.
Loses several mutas there as well, but it buys him some more time. And Zenio has to make his move tasteless.
He's going.
And here he does go. Baneling's just rolling past siege tanks, and they do hit quite a few Marines.
Oh my God, that was beautiful. If he just remakes those hatcheries and goes down and kills that bottom right expansion, he's got this.
Well, you know, he is expanding twice to the top right natural. Gonna remove this drop as well. You know, Top actually still has a scary force coming out. You know, this is the thing about Top. His macro is pretty on key. He's staying at very low mineral counts, sub 500 all the time. Zenio, on the other hand, popping up to 1K quite often, which, of course, is allowing him to make those hatcheries right now. But Top just going to set up again with another very difficult push to stop. And, oh, Zenio losing a few mutas very sloppily there.
I'm surprised Zerg didn't scout the bottom right again.
Yeah.
It's just a little surprising to me.
Should always have Zerglings run around everywhere on the map. One Zergling totally worth it to be at each spot.
And, you know, I understand what Top's trying to do with his push, but he's got to be careful because he can just get run over.
Well, here he goes.
There we go.
The Zerglings on the Siege Tanks, rightfully so. And, oh, he does not really get off the fungals.
Pretty poorly controlled.
Yeah. Those were not the fungals he was looking for, Tasis.
Uh-oh, an attack over here at the expansion. He gets his hatchery. Zenio, by the way, should not have attacked the middle location. There was no need to attack that. It wasn't even a threat. And
ouch,
this is kind of slow and painful, but
yeah, he got it. Kills the hatchery. Zenio having a hard time keeping anything mining.
Does he have a plan? Oh, yeah, does have a planetary at that expansion. All right.
And Top wants to go over and kill these bases. Now, there are several banelings here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it.
So we're going to see. Oh, I think that probably would have been a good moment to move in. Oh, my God, another push coming up here from Top.
Yeah,
I think Zenio had this after he wiped out that attack, but he just didn't know how to keep it.
Yeah, you know, it was pretty close. Pretty well played by both players, but Zenio at this point is running out of steam.
Yeah, he is. He's going to take care of this attack, but meanwhile, somewhere else on the map, another big attack is headed his way. See?
There it is. Drones, long distance mining, he's just stimming and running all the way up in the main base. Zenio really is not going to be able to hold this one off. He's done a great job each time, but this is where his Zerg life comes to an end. All this time, Top does have that bottom right expand.
I think it's GG.
Yep.
You kill the heart of the Zerg space, you take him out, you take out his tech tree, his layer, everything else.
Yeah, and what is he supposed to do from there?
Yeah, I mean, what do you
He's not really mining too much either. He does have those two bases on the right, and it looks like he is actually going to rebuild his tech over there, but little does he know that the bottom right is still being used by Top. It's very well defended as well.
It all kind of comes down to that bottom right expansion and the fact that he never really dealt with it.
Oh, look at that. Very nice. Forcing the Marines into the Banelings there with the Zergling flank, and we'll clean that up. In the meantime, Top is... Oh! Oh my God, if he could get over there with his mutas right now, he might be able to save some stuff.
I mean, there's no medevac or anything over there, too. He needs to get that Spire back again. Zerg does have a lot of gas, so he could just keep massing up mutas from here on out.
Yeah, that's probably the best choice he could possibly make, Tasteless, is to just make nothing but mutas here and really abuse the fact that Top, you know, he's spread out. And if he finds out about that bottom right and he makes another 5 mutas, he can absolutely take those turrets out.
Is he going to get this command center in time?
No.
No.
Absolutely.
Uh-oh.
And in fact, not only is he not going to get it, he's going to lose all his mutas.
Jeez,
and
that was pretty well done by Top.
I tell you what, right now, Top is not happy. He cannot be happy about that.
You mean,
Zenio. He lost those mutas. He doesn't have a lair. Oh, he is making it finally. Started that lair. But right now he has to rely upon Zerglings and Banelings.
It's all about that expansion. It's all that expansion at the bottom right. Terran's economy's been too smooth right now. Zenio doesn't even know about it still, so he thinks that, like, it's neck and neck right now, but it's not actually. It's actually Top just dominating in this game.
Well, Top is walking up now, Tasteless.
Top has this death squad head over there.
A ton of spines are being made, but spines don't outrange siege tanks.
This planetary is just a red herring in this game. It's actually completely not important if he keeps it or not. It's actually again all about this bottom right expansion that Zenio never knew about. And I can't believe he pulled back the Broodwitches there.
That's actually so funny, because he did.
Yeah, he did. He's like, oh no, I want to keep him alive. I have other plans.
He's like, oh wait, they're running out. Go ahead.
GG.
And Top takes game number 2.
Well played by Top. That was a pretty epic game.
Yeah.
There was 1 or 2 moments where Zenio didn't need to engage in the middle of the map, and that's what costed it.
Definitely. Well, 1-1. I really like the play that I've seen out of Zenio both times, and I actually like the play I've seen out of Top both times. I think both of them made really intelligent moves in both games.
We're going to have to advance them both to the round of 8.
Yeah, well,
Make it a three-way.
You can see the difference in their play. Zenio is trying to outsmart Top, and Top is out-macroing Zenio. He's actually, he keeps on hitting these very solid timings. He's upgrading. He's keeping his minerals down. He's having a lot of units all the time, and just never-ending pressure. And against a Zerg like Zenio, if he's not able to really trick you in some good way, his macro is going to fall a little bit behind. He's not going to have the units to stop the constant tank marine pushes.
I think you're right. Also, let's go back even earlier in this game. That attack on the creep with the Hellions was so sexy.
That was unbelievable.
So
well
good.
He stopped so many creep tumors. And Zenio, I feel like we would have seen an entire map of creep. He got 2 extra queens to do it with.
Yeah.
And it's just Top was all over it.
Yeah, he did a really good job. I was really impressed with that game. And now we're going to be going on to the next game, which is going to be on Terminus Re. So it should be a pretty long, epic game. Can't wait to see how it turns out.
Yeah, man. This is the biggest map in the GSL, and here we go. The countdown has begun. Who will move on? Which OGS will make it to the round of 8?
We're going to find out here with our final Terran versus Zerg for today. Zenio against Top here at the GSL Code S.